period of time. This could result in a very slow early to mid game for Team Spirit. And I'll talk about the emphasis on the Storm in particular to be the big playmaker here. I agree with that. Like, all eyes on Laurel to have a good game. And his game is not the easiest. Into the puck coil, into the doom, into the lasso. The big ults that can catch an all in him here.
I love this part!
He did good performance out of it for Spirit to play this early game.
Which means this laning phase is going to be particularly important. Storm versus Puck, and Maureen already got the early deny. It's a good start to hit Maposhka though, out of position, and will be the first to fall. Falcons will take first blood.
Super nice pickup for Amar. Trying to get some momentum after that game 1 loss. Coming here, get a first blood on one of your signature heroes. As scary as that collapse Mars is, I feel like Amar's doomed. He's really underrated because we just haven't seen it as much recently. Yeah, but he absolutely dominates on this hero.
It was so funny we were talking about the ban Mars in game 1, and I remember thinking to myself, that ban might return. But on Falcon's side, because Collapse is also, I think, likely to pick up the Mars, and if he wins with the here, we may see the Mars get banned by Falcons as well. Though there was a bit of a funny interaction, Amar calling out the Facet choice of Collapse, saying he should have gone Victory Feast. Why did he go Bloodsport?
Bloodsport is the stronger Facet when there's saves in the game for turnaround potential. You're trying to get in the arena. Yeah. Maybe Amar feels like the Beast it's been buffed recently. It has very good numbers. It's kind of hard to turn that Facet down now. Yeah, just based off the numbers, but I do agree in these clutch games, you're in a BO5 grand final. It takes one good jump, one good fight to win you a game and get you to that trophy. Division advantage is pretty hard to turn down in that situation.
Particularly when there is a save here on the other side in the form of the Pugna. Being able to block out that vision and stop that save could be really good. But Amar, maybe he's just pointing out that Collapse is just being a tryhard. I think he said something like, why do you want to win now, or something like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's asking for a little mercy, so I don't think ATF will ever do that.
Yeah, he's certainly not the type. 3-minute lotuses are coming up soon, so we'll see a bit of aggression here in some of these side lanes.
The one thing about that Facet choice, to finish that discussion, is the Victory Feast would have been interesting because of the mana return into the Medusa.
Yeah, that's
and the Storm. Like, that's the part that would have been interesting to me this game. But again, that is dependent on you like getting kills in that arena and snowballing that way. And Collapse as a player is in a very clear idea of what his job in the game is, and he may just feel that that's not going to be a necessary path for them to go down. He's just going to go and catch this puck. Maybe you kill him, maybe you don't. But if you can block out the saves, that could be a way bigger component than trying to restore mana to your other two cores.
See, Maureen trying to play around the tower shots where you phase shift in order to get the extra HP, but a bit of a punish coming out from Laurel as he vortexes him under the tower. It's done.
Such an even laning game. Outside of that first blood on the side, CS is so close across all these cores. Amar may be suffering a little, but he got the first blood, so that boosts him up into the early braces and sustain. Holding his skill points here as well. Seeing what develops in this lane. If he wants Scorched Earth for an all-in kill, maybe get a little greedier with some Devour. Maybe you find a good creep on one of those camps too that can shoot in that direction.
If the Satyr spawn in the hard camp, right? You want to get that,
100%.
that mana burn creep.
I think that's what he was looking for. Camps have it blocked out a bit. He didn't find anything, so he's just going to take the point and Scorch.
I love this
part. Here with the extra stats already online.
Now, you and Kezu were having a conversation. Kezu called out the silencer pickup, and I actually didn't hear. You seemed hesitant about the silencer for sure. Why was that?
I think the silencer makes sense. It's a very good hero here, and I think Kezu was feeling it because the hero that they will play is supposed to walk up.
Of course, yeah.
I still feel the hero's a little clunky, and I was trying to think, is there a better saving support or counterplay support first of bat? Like, would Poshka play? Or probably not, right? We almost never see him play a hero. But he does bust it out occasionally. The other big one I was thinking was like Six Shadows. Haven't seen. Ooh, Spear flips sneaking. Brings him down. Nice little pickup for Collapse. I was expecting a Shadow Demon to come out in this series. We haven't seen it this tournament.
But like, do you love the Shadow Demon?
That hero has to have a in this meta with the way some of these picks are going. And if there is a team and player that will bump that out, it's Maposhka for Team Spirit. So yeah. I was kind of debating if you go down that route, but Silencer has been the more stable hero here. It does offer Spirit a lot in this game in terms of counter initiation. Falcons did pick up Pugna into that hero. That could be a tough matchup.
Oro, he he's still got another mango to go, so this is not a free kill. They got him low, but not low enough. The mango keeps Utoro alive. The rotation did come out from Rue, but Rue, I actually just noticed he's the one to claim that last hit on Crit.
Well, you got to study at the altar of the Absol, right?
Of course, if that's playing the Rubik.
I mean, that's what Faithful sports. The last hit kills.
And he'll still be able to perform his support duties, though from the opposite side, he'll play for the 6-minute power room.
You get a early regen or arcane here. Maureen should get both sides checked, so not the rune he was hoping for, but he will win the rune in the invis.
Dire structures are fortified.
There'll be a lot of stacking this game. That is something to watch out for. You have a Medusa on one side and Sven on the other.
Radiant structures
Then you have this Bat Rider. You have a Rubik, 2 4s that can easily stack. Look towards those triangles around that 50-minute mark. And Snaking wants to accelerate his opening into the Team Spirit stack potential. You take down these early tier 1s, suddenly maybe that would be really weird.
Yeah, despite the... Okay, so Snaking is employing the exact same strategy as we saw in game 1. It didn't really work for them at all. I mean, they weren't able to take those early towers very quickly. And in general, it did feel like they're limited on map control. Was that just because they lost too much of the early game and it snowballed?
Radiant are scanning.
Well, they just couldn't make concise moves and combine the cores. Like, we never saw the Pango plus the Primal combine in that bottom lane, for example.
Yeah, okay.
To kick the TA out and take that tower. And I think if you're trying to play the pace in this meta, the core combining has to happen somewhere around that like 8 to 12-minute mark. You're not going to break the lane super early unless you're like Monkey King mid going for Wisdom Shrine or something. But that's the way you can get these heroes off the lane. And you have to bring cores, so you have to make that play. It has to be a very quick smoke play, something with a power rune. That just never happened.
But I feel like then that same problem is present here for Falcon's lineup. I don't think that Doom and Sven are going to be running around at that 8 to 12 minutes either.
The one lane you'd love to kill is the mid. Like, you want to get coils on the Storm. Bring the weaker support duo, the slower support duo behind the Storm. From that way, that is the pressure point for Falcons if they can make it happen. You also have to get the stacks up. You have to make sure your side laners are doing okay. You have to be able to line that gank up. Power runes help you. That's the big arcane you were looking for here for both mids. Yeah. So now this coil gank is really tempting. Either on the Storm, maybe quick smoking Maureen.
I don't know if you want to go to Medusa.
That's the problem with Medusa. It's hard. It's hard to make that play this early.
Snaking stumbling into Mapochka, sitting on the high ground. Maureen will protect him, and Maureen, well, he's got the arcane root, so he's just going to drop it, try and go for that quick kill. Couldn't get him on the waning rip. Now he's a bit low on mana. He's got one orb to work with. The curve all the way around. He jumped to it early. It doesn't land on Mapochka. He's not done yet. Mapochka, oh my God, I thought he was going to get another neutral creep denied.
No. He's not that good, you know. He's only a 2-time TI champ here. That arcaner is just nasty. 6 seconds over. Just can't run away.
Yeah, he hits Larl again. He commits.
I love this part.
Right, this is really efficient damage. This is the lane where Falcons can definitely get some action, and then you're close enough to continue getting the stacks up. Another set of stacks by Crit, he will get both. This jungle is prime. Sven. Maybe you can even go in there with like some Doom Puck spells if you want to clear some of the hard camp out or whatever. I don't think Amar will ever turn down some stacks.
Strategic differences, I do feel like Falcons in the game 1 as well, even though they lost, they were doing more stacking than Team Spirit, and I feel like we've seen that through, historically speaking. Falcons is one of the teams that's going to stack the most, but I also feel like Team Spirit doesn't usually rely on stacks nearly as much as many of the Western European teams.
Rather get more done with them, rather enable collapsing as much as possible lane-wise. They can just farm out the jungle faster. I think they are incredibly consistent at farming that Ancient behind the safe lane. I think Yatoro clears that more than almost any other carry.
Okay, yeah,
so that makes up for it a little bit. Almost always plays an Ancient clearing carry, or will just do it with anything. But you're all right, like, they don't stack as consistently. They rather make up power with things like this.
Deja vu. Another exact same spot on through. Maureen chasing him down. Same time though. He turns back and they got the silence on Maureen, and Maureen's the one to die. Lost his earlier too. Trying to
play aggressive with this illusion rune dispel, but gets caught by the last word and maybe not expecting the Mars to rotate in there. Maybe the God Strength from the stacks. This could just sacrifice your mid tower. There's a catapult wave going in.
Like you said, Spirit want to get more touch on the lanes. Early tower kill, early hero kills. That's getting something
Dire's
done.
middle tower is under attack.
Extra in for the silencer. Level 6 already online for this Rubik. Falcons just have to fall back to the efficiency game.
Oh yeah, thinking about it, it
Dire's
feels
bottom
even
tower
better,
is
the
under
Spirit
attack.
playstyle that they have here for the heroes that they have, right? Kills give you more experience for the Rubik, as you said, 6 on him. That's fantastic, but also
Radiant's middle
it means more
tower is under
galvanized stacks
attack.
for the Storm Spirit. That is also a bit of a snowball.
Spirit are also good at timing when to commit for the stack. Like, they recognize Medusa needs stacks this game, but he doesn't need it very early on. There's no reason to stack super early here. No one can clear some big ancient stack very early in this game. Yeah. It's inefficient for you. Whereas for Falcons, they can do it a bit earlier with the spend coming in. So you will want stacks here at some point in your career, but you want them later on when Medusa can do it a lot more efficiently and ready to come in and clear that. Otherwise, you're just setting an objective up for Falcons here. Playing on the lanes worked out better for them. Now they have 6s on
Radiant
both supports.
structures are
I feel like this
fortified.
support duo could have been a liability this game, but they've gotten through the early to sit up here. We saw how long Rue was able to sit in that safe lane last game as Bat. Crit is instantly punished. Notice the
Dire's
difference
top
here.
tower.
Yeah, and I also would note some of the similarities to game 1. Another situation where the snaking Pugnug just can't seem to get this mid tower. Like, even if it's just the silencer sitting there, he gets an early curse last word on him. And then Snaking only gets one blast with the creep wave pushing in. Doesn't really get that much. Well, into the pass. Already tries to get in front of him. Doesn't actually make it. Now collapses over the pass. And away he goes.
And that spear on the Sven, so he can't get the Stormhammer out, leading it back. That's a foil and a haste rune now. Already, he has gotten the power runes. We saw the tips coming out saying, nice luck, bro. He hasn't been able to use them for anything. Now there's a gate going into him.
Global silence into
done.
the last word. Too many silences. Maybe Snaking with the direct line. The magic damage is still enough, though. And now Snaking's in trouble. Amar, he teleports in. The timing shows up. He's going to chase after Moposhka. Teleport. Nope. Tells him back to Snaking. Skeeter on the other side. God strength. Going to work on the roof. Oh, wait, he's out doing it. Oh, he finally gets the final blow in. And the Storm Spirit brings Skeeter low, but now he's out of mana. Collapse covers him with the spear.
No arena for 10. Gotta be careful you don't bleed out more here if you're Spirit.
He can just get the stun on this and go stun. And the can he push him away? Okay.
I mean, he's laughing that all the way to the bank. I think he was dead there anyway.
Yeah,
But maybe Amar wanted the last hit, you know, send a message. I'll take the streak. That's a 400 gold kill.
Radiant's middle
Push him
tower
Doom to the
is under
top. I mean,
attack.
that's a great exchange for Falcons.
It's good to see Collapse in high spirits, and they should be. They're up one game in this series, but game 2 is a much more even affair. You know, I can see you, right?
Go.
Mark, is he calling out that Collapse isn't actually laughing?
He was laughing, so I don't know.
Just a menace, this silencer. There's a reason why people are calling for it so aggressively.
He's
Works
really
the game,
good.
and he's really good at it.
Really good deep backline kind of disjoint supports in the fight. Like his heroes that can counter initiate or split a fight up. That's why his Elder Titan is very good as well. Similar concept. You need to know when to pull the trigger on that spell in the middle of the engagement.
Mar is going large, man. He is kind of keeping up with Yutaro.
Dire's top tower
And they're finally
is
going to
under
make their
attack.
smoke move to the Medusa, it seems like, but it's interrupted by Laurel. He catches them midway through the staircase, and that completely kills that entire idea.
Another move for this puck that does not work off another power rune. It was a shield rune puck with the Witchblade done. Falcons
Dire's
just can't
top tower
get
is
moves
under
against
attack.
Spirits. The defensive gameplay is way too good. They didn't have global for that storm jump, or maybe they commit there, but maybe they see the shield rune, they try and back off anyway. It's good D-ward out of that. You're getting a little more map control here. The vision game
Radiant's
is working for
bottom tower
Falcons.
is under
They're
attack.
still playing for the stat game as well.
That is
so
also working.
yeah, even if your offensive moves aren't working, defensive plays of stacking and just farming is still working for Falcons.
That said, I feel like we have talked about a lot this game, and the one thing we have not said is Medusa. Because there is no pressure going into the Medusa, and he is mega farmed. He's level 13.5 already. I've seen this before, Austin. I have seen Yatoro in this position. I'm gonna say he tends to carry those games a little more than he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, this is a scary hero in this game to give this kind of start to at this many levels. This much ancient farm early with just hasn't even been an attempt at a kill on this guy other than that laning phase where he turned it around. I'm a little worried that, yeah, you are getting a lot of efficiency from Falcons. You're fighting good farm on the Doom and the Sven. You're getting power runes for the puck. He finds another regen rune. You got mid tower going down. You can now get a grab.
Oh, there's stolen ore. Almost bursting down Spirit. Straight to the back of Snake King. And Laurel to collect his galvanized stack.
Falcons cannot get on Spirit's side of the map. Look at where the vision's been. It's been the river and nothing past that. You look at where the moves have worked. It's been going to these stairwells and nothing past that. You have a very good idea of how to play this game. They're just putting up the wall. Like, they're just playing defensive, buying time from Medusa, not making too many aggressive plays of their own, and maintaining a slight net worth lead. I mean, it's a good thing Falcons had the stacks this game because the aggressive potential has not worked out. At least the farming potential has.
Okay, so what's the worry here for both sides? If we lit this game, go late, we go another 20 minutes, and net worth is still even. You heard the panel, they seem to be heavily favoring Team Spirit in that regard. It seemed like they felt Falcons, the onus was on them to be making plays. Do you agree?
In the mid game, yes. I do not think you want to give Medusa multiple Aegises in this game.
Sure.
It's not going to end well for you. That said, I think you have more room to scale here than just, oh, Medusa auto wins. Like, you have an ATF Duke.
Dire's middle tower.
You can always replace it with an ATF.
Sure.
His itemization on Zero is usually very good. It's very on point. He knows how to manipulate the timings off the Devil's Bargain. He's going to go for some early auras here, but he can absolutely trade these in later and scale incredibly hard as well.
The threat is going to be largely around the timing. He's got an essence ring still. Back up to half, but surrounded by 5 heroes. Not so tanky when you've got 5 heroes taking pot shots at you. And once again, Falcon's rotation, well, it doesn't connect with
Radiant's
the Doom.
middle tower is under attack.
And if it runs into Yatoro, I can't imagine that working either.
Are they going to try and burst it?
They're actually going to go for it. Get the grab onto the Rubik at the same time, but Yatoro got off the stone game. There's the reset measure. Gets slammed pretty quickly by Skeeter, but that's all they'll get for now.
Oh, they almost found Yatoro.
Yeah, Yatoro slips right past their vision.
Skeeter would have had him if you'd guessed the 50-50 there. They
Radiant's
got him to 0 mana. He has nothing left in the tank.
Dire's middle tower
It's
is
that
under
little
attack.
silence never got popped there.
Radiant's
So
bottom
yes,
tower
the biggest
has
problem for
fallen.
Falcons is going to be Medusa hitting this like 4, 5, 6 item timing. If we go super late, then Falcons, you know, the narrative maybe changes. All 3 of their cores are pretty scary late game.
Yeah, Puck and the Doom can pick up some of the scale where the Sven's going to fall off. And of course you have Batrider. We've seen Batrider just win some of these late games because it becomes too hard to play against that jump, especially with like Ags, BKB in this game or something. You can bypass global, you can get in there, lasso 1 or 2 heroes, that fight up, get multiple Dooms off. You can play around the Medusa a little bit in that regard by taking all these other heroes out of the fight. So I like Falcon's chances better as this game goes later. They don't have to play into like crazy vision mechanics either. Yeah, that was just so debilitating game 1.
Yeah.
Here, your best vision mechanic
Dire's
is
middle
Medusa
tower
on the
is
front
under
line.
attack.
With Aegises, maybe you give an Aegis to Storm if the Deuce is truly invincible. That's what's going to give you the strength and the confidence to go against this Batrider and pushing objectives. But if you don't get it becomes a lot harder to just push towers off the Deuce's timing. Like, you're a bit scared of this guy getting dragged into just an all-in off dooming him, jumping in with the Sven. Puck is silent and dream coiling in the back line. That fight becomes really weird.
This little window, Falcons have the pipe advantage, but it's not going to last long. Collapse almost has his own pipe after the Yule Scepter. It's a shame for Falcons. On Laurel with the global silence, it allows Laurel to escape. One of the problems there, you get that initiation. You have to be really quick with it. Otherwise, the global silence will stop that follow-up.
Marines still smoked though. He's developing a slaying here. He has tail end of an amp damage. I'll have a pause there. I don't think Carl was getting jumped though. He just got BKB as well.
Yeah. Bug in real life. Rue is being attacked by bugs outside of the game. Not inside. Don't worry, the admin's here to protect you, Rue. We get it?
I mean, he's young, right? He's got good reflex.
Yeah. You see an Obama moment? The fly right on camera?
That takes me back to the
I gambled. You lost.
The cockroach on the keyboard?
That was a real bug in real life. He did not like that
You
one.
knew I was cold-blooded.
Collapse, speed greater than strength. If he has the speed to be able to grab the fly out of the air. All right. Fly, or whatever bug, problem alleviated. Mjolnir is done. I have to say, I am really enjoying this Medusa build that we've been seeing, where the Mjolnir into aghanim scepter and just mass lightning going
A
around.
lot of damage. You get it all together, and then you take a fight. It's insane how much DPS you can put out.
That being said, it does make the hero squishier than the traditional butterfly Scotty.
You're squishier, and your single target DPS isn't as high sometimes. It's just like an isolated target, because you want to leave Champ Lightnings bouncing around, hitting like 5 or 6 dudes.
Yeah.
So if you just run into a solo hero, and a quick little tormentor pickup shard for
Dire's
the
top
Rubik.
tower is under attack.
Pickup
Beetle Pet.
allows him to pick up allies, that is.
And Glimmer Cave already online for Rue. I think it's a pretty good Rubik game. Like, this is going to be a tough target to bring down unless you're willing to commit big ults on him. He's already got the max arcane supremacy up. This is a 60% magic resistance. Glimmer Cave active available. Really have to respect this hero's magic resistance now.
Brian said 65%. From you?
Well, I'm always going to lie to the panelists.
You can have that point, but you're not going to be 100% truthful. That's dirty pool.
Well,
right
the trick
there.
is you can get it up to around 70, close to there, if you buy like Kaya-based item. So that's why you go the Meteor Hammer, Rubik.
Okay,
That's
I
gonna
see where we're going.
I didn't want to propose that to him.
Yeah, Brian's a smart enough analyst. He wouldn't take that bait.
Go check out my match history, though. That is a pretty successful build. I'll just throw it out there. Leave you. Not only for going to be seeing Meteor Hammer in this grand final.
Hey, Blink Dagger is back for Malrine, so the Falcons do feel like they've been a bit stymied in their aggressive plays. Maybe the Blink Dagger makes the difference. They've got another aura item as well. Again, because you have a Doom, you're kind of always one aura item up on Team Spirit, but does that matter if you never get the team fight?
Gotta use these auras for something. Falcons really want to fight right now. They're closing in on the Sven BKB. That's going to be the trigger to make an aggressive play or something into Roshan here, because you have all your blinks, you have your auras, you're going to have your Sven BKB timing. One more set of camps here to get it.
Dire's top tower
You're
is under
continuing to
attack.
just try and farm up, play defensive, wait for the Medusa Ags. Both these teams are going to be hitting their stride at least with the exact same point here. Dead even game. Comes down to execution, who can find the better aim. Oh, spotted by Chris.
Push back in. They actually tried for the global silence. Collapse actually get out of here. I mean, the Colt couldn't be used, but he protects himself in the arena. Malrine jumps in after him, and they grab him 6 TPs away.
Go! That's no good.
Cape. Perfect
Radiant's
utilization
bottom
of
tower
global
is
into
under
a second
attack.
unit.
And Falcons are scrambling to get something else on the map, failing to get the Mars kill. They jump after the supports who just took the mid tower away from them. They only get the life of one of them.
Dire's top tower
I like that
is
play
under
from Skier,
attack.
right? He got his BKB done. Let's just instantly start looking for action. Let's not dwell on some failed gank attempt.
Yeah.
I'll take this team into my own hands. Somebody has got to die right now. Dodge for it though, so you can't Roshan right here.
Radiant's
You really
middle
would have
tower
wanted to
is
because
under
that Medusa
attack.
timing was a little slower than your BKB on that Sven.
He didn't really get to hit much after. Didn't get to like hit some ancient camp or something like that. Daedalus is going to be the next item for him.
Those big crits and it can give you the DPS to take this Medusa down in your chain stun.
Sven kept the Sister Shroud, and I was like, oh, that gives me an idea. How many Team Spirit members have Sister Shroud? None of them, surprisingly.
A nice item this game. Sven in particular.
Yeah, Sven's got to be one of the heroes most debilitated by that snaking. It's on the Ulch goes in from the other side. And out here. And Amar will leave his support to die.
Similar smoke timing with the carry. They get a pick off. The Spirit's going to try and transition it into more on the map right now, but also not just going back for that Roche, which is a lot slower for them. Makes sense here.
Dire's bottom tower
It's
is under
also
attack.
going to change sides. The timing would have been a little off. But Yatoro, he'll TP top.
More farm to be had.
Oh yeah, he is farming it up, man.
After this, it'll be the inhibitor.
Dire's bottom
Extra
tower
bit.
is under attack.
You in there, son. Pick on someone your own size.
Dire
Poach
are
got
scanning.
stuck around in this bottom lane. The waves pushing into the tier 2 combined with this high ground ward. They're hoping that somebody from Falcons would return. But he has.
His two obs are really good for Spear right now. I mean, this one just got out this Doom around mid. I mean, these are two
Tons of
deep wards around
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
vision advantage for Spirit right now. That's why they're playing so far up. Arl's just hitting this tier 2
Dire's
ball.
structures are
You don't
fortified.
make this kind of play without the confidence.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They really want this tier 2. Open up the outpost.
Spirit saying you can have the middle of the map, but I mean,
Is under attack.
we're four of us on this right-hand side of the map, and then you've got Toro still farming on the left-hand side of the map, and he's a hard kill to get.
You've got Skeeter doing Roshan with an amp damage.
Oh, okay, that definitely changes things. An amp damage and a god strength. Marine gets it just in time. It doesn't matter how many heroes you have here. The extra life that you grabbed on Maureen, it's 3 dead, soon to be 4. And TP away from thinking it makes it, but it's Maureen who gets pinned by Collapse.
I'll always remember how foolish you
An
were.
insane fight from Spirit. They get there just in time. No Aegis Snatch available, though I say that thing sat on the ground for so long. It's ridiculous. I think he got caught by something, right? Morgan's grasp or whatever you throw through in the pit.
Dire's middle tower is under
Collapse
attack.
almost did it again. That said, it's still easy cleanup for Spirit. You get the Medusa in the middle of that fight. No Doom goes out. Your auras are okay, but you got mana drains from the Doom. The defusal on the Medusa
Dire's
was just
middle
laying into
tower
everybody.
has fallen.
Removed all the mana from Falcons. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to be mana draining the Medusa. He's mana draining you. That is
Dire's
not a
top
good
tower
feeling.
is under attack.
No, it's not.
The item timings on this Medusa are just way too good right now. You look at his net worth. When you can go in a fight at 25 minutes for that Roche, effectively, unless you're dying first.
Yeah, we pretty much all but guarantee. Just giving him a freebie. Gonna up your hero damage a little bit. Don't worry, I got you, Snaking.
I'll boost your stats, no problem.
Get so you don't look so bad at the end of the series after we 3-0 you.
Collapse the gentleman, you say.
What a nice guy.
Always looking out for the enemy team.
Yeah, we started off the whole Medusa talk, which was Falcons, this mid-game, try and stop this Medusa from hitting all the times. Well, that's happened. Plan A out the window. Now you got to go for plan B, which is endure. Don't let this Medusa end the game on this timing, where she is going to be the strongest hero in the game for, what, the next 20 minutes?
You have to find Bat Rider pickoffs to slow the game down. Here needs to continue to be involved because he will not scale well against the and
That'll probably be lacking in damage if he's not there, so. Thing Skeeter shows up. Alreen finds the pickoff on route.
It's almost like Skeeter to go that Silver Edge build on this Sven that we see Toro do. You can play that kind of threat around the map, off the map, pick off threat. You also get the break here against the Mars, pretty nice.
Yeah.
You might be able to catch this Storm in a fight off a Storm Hammer occasionally. I just think you have to find ways to get this Fen involved around the map.
Tower is under attack.
Not just, okay, we're going to eventually try and all this.
Onto Amar. Crimson Guard, Prime Mail, very tough target.
Mana burned him. That's the message.
They do. And Falcons do not overreact to this situation. Don't pull some of their cores out on the map, back to base or anything.
Interesting, this mana burn scales off int. A lot of int on Medusa. Actually does scale, but what kind of a 18-second cooldown is what kind of kills it.
Yeah. He still has another level to scale up as time goes on. 4x intelligence?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do the quick math. I mean, this thing can be like a 500-600 mana burn.
Yeah, 600 mana burn just off the 4x sounds pretty nice.
Is that worth keeping the entire game over something like the Alpha Wolf Aura? Probably is, right? In terms of effective damage, it's close though.
I mean, it's not worth it if you're not, if you go after somebody else that's not the Medusa. Obviously, you want that aura, but if they actually plan on trying to challenge the Medusa, it's a very efficient initiation. It's going to be crazy efficient. It's also going to be really good for stalling out these sieges from Team Spirit, right? If they put Medusa on a high ground push onto tier 3, mana burn him once or twice, that's going to hurt.
Big smoke for Falcon.
Oh, they try and place the high ground once, but they don't see Laurel. Laurel's going to break the smoke, and he gets out.
That's Lincoln's BKB Arcane Rune. That's such a hard target to smoke into.
Laurel didn't jump away far. He's daring Falcons. Go ahead, try it. Daring Amar to try and get that Doom on him.
I mean, I feel like a broken record at this point, but it's another smoke move for Falcons that fails in this series.
Yeah.
They just cannot get an angle.
Have they had plenty of supports, but
I mean, it was supposed to be that play on the Mars bottom, but even he got out.
yeah.
Set you back again here. Did get the Daedalus on the Sven. The damage is there.
And look at him going to the other side of the map. Scan successful on both sides of Spirit and Falcons.
And they immediately like they know they were scanned. I'm getting scanned. I gotta get out of here. Not even a chance to make the play. I mean, what are you supposed to do here if you're Falcons? It's getting really frustrating. You hit these item timings, you make the plays, you have some okay map control.
Bottom tower is under
You're
attack.
just hitting the tower with the puck. It's like, we got to take something.
Yeah, if you're AUI, you go into this third game. If you go down 0-2, are you supposed to build a draft that operates without smokes?
You can go that route. It's just overwhelming ghost shove. Nonetheless, disperser for Yatoro. This will be a smoke from here. So Sale trying to get the land, and they're going to land it.
Zip by him. On zip away, Maureen. James onto him, got the double defense in the pole. And his blink is not going to be enough. He can set yours. That's only going to delay the inevitable, which is a spear or a shield with a face.
So tough to escape. And that Storm has so much mana to play with. He still has all those galvanized stacks. And then you can just hold the global, right? If he ever self-fuels, there's global and he comes down, he's dead.
Even worse, Falcons brought the other 4 heroes here for a fight. They're not going to find one. Spirit got the kill, and they backed out the lane. Assume we're just waiting on Roshan for Team Spirit. Yatoro is also closing in on level 25. He's level 23 right now. Bloodthorn for his next item. Man, this damage
It'd be insane.
it's really intense.
It's way too much right now. He's too far ahead. You gotta shut him down.
Yeah, what happened to Medusa, like tanky hero, battle of attrition, slowly working him down. This is like a burst damage Medusa.
I mean, the good news is he's going to build up his int a lot. If he gets to 25, he takes the 40
Collapse. Not that you want to be here on into the vortex now. We got the gates before the last BKB for that. All he can do is sit there in vain, swinging on Medusa. Congratulations to Amar, who duped up Lapochka, did get that kill. Spear back onto 2 heroes to isolate the Pugna for a 3rd kill.
That's full-on Marl. Medusa in a nutshell. If you don't jump it all in this guy, the matchup's unplayable, and he never got the God Strike off. He gets initiated on, he takes the spear, the vortex, into the stone gaze. At that point, there's no way to turn that fight. You get the silencer kill, but you lose the bigger fight. You're about to lose more here. Toro, full resources, marching down through base, 35 minutes in. It didn't pressure this dude, it didn't take away his timing.
You thought they were talking about the theory crafting of like what would happen, Team Spirit pushing high ground, maybe this mana burn could dissuade Medusa from just hitting these buildings for free, but Team Spirit found themselves such a beautiful opening with those 3 kills that it's a full lane of barracks gone without a contest, and maybe a second before Falcons can even put together their full roster.
He just hit 25. That's the extra hit. Great for the mana pool. Comes up, ATS mana burn. That thing's hitting now.
Yeah, 200.
650 mana burn. Over 800 if you can get it to level 4. You're looking at your base going down. Bloodthorn's going to be done for you, Toro. There's an amp damage in the river and Roshan spawning too.
Team Spirit. Play it safe. Can't even stop the siege wagons from getting the range barracks. Falcon, he can hardly deal with the creeps, let alone the heroes.
Your only way forward is to just smoke and look for a lasso. That is it. And honestly, at this point, you probably have to try and find Yatoro and all in him.
I wish you the best of luck with that one.
Need big crits. Big crits out of Skeeter. All in this Medusa. Doom him. Lasso him. You have a chance in that fight.
Radiant structure.
Just right place, right side, every single move. Oh, he's even going to go back, toying with Amar a little bit, teasing him. You're not going to get that initiative. Just in case. And now the lasso is in turn in the hands of Team Spirit.
Such a fast Lincoln's throw.
Yatoro full offense, relying on his team for the defense. And a 2-time TI winning squad, you know, they put together the plays to make it happen.
I just want this team just feels unbeatable right now. Like every play you have is instantly countered. They've already pre-built for it. Double Medusa. Bloodthorn done.
Fast play, Team Spirit always moving heroes to the other side of the map, letting Yatoro, knowing he's going to go uncontested on the Roshan, they go hunting out on the map. They find the Bat Rider, and the Roshan still go away Yatoro.
Still have that Rubik lasso to play with as well. So Aegis for Yatoro. Everything he could ever dream of. He's about to march down mid, try and end this game. There is not a lot stopping him. Going to take a miraculous team fight from Falcon to salvage this game. The crazy thing is this isn't even the biggest lead they've been down by, right? Like they're only down by 60K. It feels like they're down by 30 or 40.
It felt that way in game 1 too. I remember looking at it and it was like, it was only a 6K lead, but I was like, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like Team Spirit at this insurmountable advantage. And while it proved to be insurmountable, we'll see if it proves to do so game 2. As the close out is coming. 4 minutes left on this extra life from Yatoro. And a momentary pause is only going to heighten this dread that is building up for Falcons. What do they do about Yatoro?
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
You watch him. That's it. There's nothing else you can do.
You escort him, please, sir. Enjoy our base. Enjoy all the hospitality there is in this dire base.
I mean, hope he pulls a 23 Savage, takes his hands off the keyboard. They're off top. I don't know. It's happened at EWC before. Can't rule it out.
You better pray that bug comes back for you.
This guy is unstoppable right now. You have 3.5 minutes on this Aegis. Just march it up a lane. So much defensive capability behind him.
And once again, Team Spirit, just so disciplined on their pushes. Nobody out of position. Yatoro hardly even being the one to hit the tier 3.
They're even gonna bait this storm a little.
and Yotaro halfway through his mana. Now it's going to be the monster. He tries to deal with it. Inflame was going into the ult, into the spear. That ult, it's a trap. It's not an effective play. It doesn't save you. Mark finally deals with the banner. Congratulations, you got a banner. You got the banner. Alive on the hero. Now Team Spirit are going to strike. And it's Yotaro comes back in a play with you. Still stuck inside the arena. You'll wipe him out. Laurel's already done the damage. He's got you. Crit spotted on the side, but with the buybacks coming in from Falcon's Team Spirit, they don't go for the killing blow. Not yet. They give him a moment. They back out, take a breather. Pin, back into the base. Still looking for the fight. Here comes here. The final play instantly denied from a Yule.